Okay, Coach, the playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yo, go! Hey, let go! Safety green! Check the backer! You're out! Hey, lock it! Hey, stand by!
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Rock it! Check! Whip! Watch the whip! General West! Go!
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Yep. That's me. Spot. Look at me. Go.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Strong run. Watch the pass. Fair. Watch twins. Yes. Hey, Delta. Get it.
They'll run for the first time with the former Buckeye Mike Weber. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Hey, you got three. Three down. Squeeze.
Looking to throw. Stanley. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hard. Smooth.
From the gun, Stanley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hatchet. Here, Mike. Pilot, 64, weak.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Jump out! He's checking. Easy. Hey, exit. Box it. Yeah, Liz. Check nine. Kill. Mike.
Here's Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
A 1st down carry by Elliott, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, hey, Alpha. Ready?
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Hey, lock it.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
That's what I do.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come off the ball. Switch. Check 13. Check 13. Wide left. Check 26. Check 23.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
I got him. Hey, 88.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing on first down, Stanley. He's going to find Gallup here complete. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, Foxtrot. Rock it. Now.
Second and long. Letting one fly deep for Coop. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here.
Alert 3. Check 3. Quick dance.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 10-3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey! Hey! Wahoo! 44 to Mike, 40. Look at me. Just be careful. Be careful.
They'll run with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Your trip is here. Ready, ready. 70, Indy.
Back to throw. Stanley. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 3. All right. Get up.
They'll try the right side with Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Rodgers now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Come to my world. For the 50. Under crush, under crush, under crush. Rush in. Rush in.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check the hot read. Side right. Zoom. Right there. Right left.
They'll run it with Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 24. Check 24. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Back north. Hey, watch that. Check Mike. 50.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the other. Over here. 10.
They'll run it with Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check 55 to Mike.
Five.
Let's put him on the buses.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. In the final seconds of the first half, and the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Catanzaro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
And got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Gun. Go. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Mark 55. Mark 55. We're going to get out.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Rodgers looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
the score, Packers 17, Cowboys 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Again, it's Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, 626.
This is Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on, D. Check.
Now Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. On 1st and 10, Stanley. This to Jarwin. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Leo! Hey, dude!
Off the play fake. Stanley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's crazy. Hey, Charlie!
Block it. Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun. Stanley got his man there, complete to Gallup. And all the way down to the 39.
Let's go, baby.
A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Watch twist, watch twist.
Dude.
From the gun, Stanley. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 2nd down, it's Weber, and he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
50, plant. Guard. Bravo.
On 1st down, Stanley. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey.
Look at me. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
And it's 3rd down.
Got it.
34's a He's coming. Check in.
Fair. You draw quarters. Snap.
Operating from the gun, Stanley. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Set, 8, read.
Check, Mike 42. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. No.
Look, squeeze.
Bang, bang.
Hey, orbit. Hit it.
From the gun, Stanley. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Check, 42's the money. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Check the backer, check the backer. Wide.
To throw on 2nd down, Stanley. He's got the connection to Cooper. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stanley looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back north.
They'll go again to Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 4. Check 4. Over. Crash.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Check 9. Kill. Plant.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. On 1st down, Evans. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Here we go again. Switch.
6-6. Pull it high.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
On skid down, it's Jones. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Oh, here we go. Oh, 88.
Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, Echo. Sit hard, hard. Shoot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, alert 3.
Ready?
Throwing again. Stanley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Watch that in, tight end right.
You're out.
3 out. Check 15.
Operating from the gun. Stanley under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Stanley. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Preston Smith. And that may do it for this NFC title game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
And they will take a knee here.
Rodgers on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 49 line.
18. 58, come on. No chance.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Rodgers on the keeper.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.